But I have seen many people from operations getting into the BA roles during my past career.
Work and what is your favorite project in which you have learned a lot and you have delivered a lot? That would be great.
My current day-to-day work is like getting a roadmap for the next 1 year to see what is that revenue making requirements that we are supposed to focus on.
So many people come from the customer service background. So many people think that software development is something different. But in your, what is your view? How customers are important even for a software development? So that's why we have transformed from waterfall to agile to give the better customer service. So people who are having this customer centricity already existing in their role, how can they easily come into the IT industry and bring that skills into the software development?
Any electronic related engineers or mechanical engineers, they never touched IT because those wings were separate.
The AI revolution, I think IT is at its very peak. Okay, many businesses, they want to integrate AI, artificial intelligence, in their existing systems.
It's because our competitors have it. I think that is not the right thing.
Yeah.
And what I would suggest all the non-IT folks is understand what you are doing on your day-to-day apps. Any electronic related engineers or mechanical engineers, they never touched IT because those wings were separate. BS can easily become product owners. And coming to the work-life balance, it doesn't depend on the role where you are into, it depends on how you are managing it.
So is it okay for me to transfer my career from that field to this field?
Even not all professionals need to interact with customers. Some of the products are not customer facing products. So it doesn't matter what background you are from, as long as you are understanding what other person explains, and as long as you can make others understand what you want, you can be a BA. I think learning is always a continuous process, and no matter how many years of experience you have, there is still something that I will, when compared to others, I will still have something that I have to, learn.
Hi everyone, welcome to SIT Talks. SIT Talks is sponsored and produced by an institute called SIT, switch to itjobs.com. It's in Manikonda and in Kondapur, two locations we are currently operating. So our purpose is to move people from non-IT industry to IT industry by training them on a course called Business Analyst. So to educate more about this job called Business Analyst, we have invited so many people from the industry who are currently working in the roles of business analyst, project management, who are industry experts who are working from past so many years. So we are bringing directly the people who are working in the industry and explaining you how this business analyst job works. So in this endeavor, today we have Naimisha, who is a senior product manager. She's working from past more than 13 years in the IT industry. And she has some really interesting facts. She has amazing product delivery. She's very good with the product delivery. She has almost gained more than 95% of her products were really successful. She has launched more than 20 plus products in the real time, and her quality and customer centric has really given her so many accolades in her current job and throughout her career. So today we're going to hear a lot from Naimisha about how a person can learn this business analyst job and how they can get into the IT industry. Welcome, Naimisha, to our SIT Talks.
Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction.
Yeah. Our audience are really eager to know more about you. I would request you to speak something about you, about your career. What are you currently doing and how did you start off in the IT industry?
Okay, I think Santosh gave most of the introduction. So it's been 30 plus years working with top MNCs to the startups. So I started as a business analyst and I am from a non-IT background. So I've started like around 13 years back. And initially I was a business analyst, then the product owner, then I was into delivery management, then I'm into technical product manager. So various roles, a lot to learn. And out of all these things, the gist is I think it's attitude and go to learning is the only thing I think that I have found. Like, what else do you want to know?
I want to know, you said you started as from non-IT to IT, right? So what was your non-IT job and how did you shift to the IT industry?
No, I was into non-IT in my engineering. I was in a mechanical engineer.
Okay.
But then I started off as a business analyst in one of the MNCs. And I think initially I was also a newcomer, just like you. I didn't know anything what is business analysis role and what am I supposed to do. But I think, as you all know, the documentation is the key part, and designing skills is something that I have learned from there. And I think you should be good with the user interface and user experience, and user empathy is something that I have understood a lot in my time. And I think you have to you have to be very good with the documentation skills. Like, anything I think we talk, it has to be documented, or else I think we will forget. We all tend to forget after a few days. So that is something that I consistently do, no matter in which role I am. And I think currently as a product manager, product vision is more important. Like, down the lane, where do you want to see your product with in the next 1 or 2 years? Where do you want to see yourself? On a product side is something more important. Only having a product mindset is very important, even as a business analyst, because you should, as a technology, anything can be achieved these days. Like, we are into AI world and all. So all you need to have is a product mindset. Think what a product needs. That's all I can tell.
So great to know that you shifted from being a mechanical engineer to business analyst. So many of our students are also like that. Currently, in India, especially in South India, many of us go towards engineering. But somehow, if you're not good with the coding skills and all, we end up in BPO jobs or in banking and such kind of a non-IT jobs. So how do you think really industry accepts such kind of a people who are not techie people? And we have a myth that everyone should learn coding. Only then we can get into the IT industry. What is your take on those people who are thinking in this angle?
So even I have worked in few projects where my end customer, the users, were the BPO folks. So not every product is something that it's a global user-centric product. So some of our products, even BPO users use it, like operations folks use it. So I have delivered some of those products, and operations are the guys, like BPO folks or non-technical folks are the guys who actually use that product from end to end. So they already know what all nuances of the product. So I think for them to get converted into a BA is even more easy, because if they are becoming a BA for their product, if they become an SME in their own operations team and for that particular product, I think they can be the one who can actually tell what are the nuances of that product, in and out of that product, what is going well with this, what are the gaps we have on that particular product, and what can be done better, and what makes the user life easy, and what regular tasks can be automated. I think these all suggestions we can get from those folks only. So if they are the ones becoming BAs, I think it will be even more easy.
And I have seen on your LinkedIn profile that you have mentored 100 plus people. So in what areas have you mentored, and what is your achievement in this area?
So I have few of the years I have dualed my role as a delivery manager and product. So that is the time I worked with BAs, developers, testers, and I also worked with some of the architects and product owners also. So I think I have also seen many of the QA folks getting converted into BA roles, because they are the ones who again test the product end to end, and they become an SME, and then that's how they get into a BA role also. But I have seen many people from operations getting into the BA roles during my past career. So I think it is IT industries are open to welcome folks who are SMEs in that particular area to take them as product owners or BAs.
Great to know that. So we just want to know, in a practical scenario, can you throw some light on what is your day-to-day work, and what is your favorite project in which you have learned a lot and you have delivered a lot? That would be great.
My current day-to-day work is like getting a roadmap for the next 1 year to see what is that revenue making requirements that we are supposed to focus on, and also the requirements where we can focus on reducing the manual work. So I am part of the end-to-end product roadmap, and I also take part in presentations where I give the customer demos on how to use a particular product and what new features are being developed and what are the gaps and how do we have this if, for example, if we have any issues on the particular product, what is that
how to fix them?
How do no not we do have we give the stopgap for them,
Okay.
where how they can use an alternative method for that rather than waiting for the fix to come into life.
Okay.
So I'm part of that. And your other question was
What was your favorite project, and what did you learn, and what did you deliver in that favorite project?
So in one of the product, I worked on end-to-end DRP system.
Okay.
It is on a source to pay contract-based project, where it's like I got to work on AI 7 years back. Like, people are saying AI now,
Yeah.
but back in those days we were already giving suggestions for the user to pick fields and all on a UI.
Okay.
So that is where I got an exposure on like entire system, like right from the creation to the end of the product. What is the end goal of the product? I got to create from end to end system there, and I think that is my favorite project, and I got to learn a lot. And that's where we even worked on back end systems and front end systems integrated together.
Great. So many people come from the customer service background. So many people think that software development is something different. But in your, what is your view? How customers are important even for a software development? So that's why we have transformed from waterfall to agile to give the better customer service. So people who are having this customer centricity already existing in their role, how can they easily come into the IT industry and bring that skills into the software development? What is your take on that?
So having the customer centric perception is very important, because the more you use it, because we are saying that the most of the people are from non-IT background who comes from customer service, right? So you are already serving customers. You know what customers want. I think all you have to put it in onto the document is like what they want.
Yeah.
Just write what requirements customer needs, and we need to have a plan to build those requirements. That's all we need, and maybe little designing skills. And these days, I think for the BAs, we don't even need designing skills. You have separate team
UX
called
and
UI
UI.
and UX designing team. We also have data scientists and data engineers who are helping to build those algorithms and all for you. So all you need is to bring your ideas onto the table and work out a way to implement it on a UI. That's
Correct.
all I think we need.
Superb. So since you spoke about AI, many people have a really kind of they're worried about most of the jobs are going to be eaten away by AI. So especially the jobs like management, jobs like BA and project management. This is a very important question we ask in every town hall. So what is your response to this?
I don't think AI can ever replace the manpower. We still need business analysts to get the job done. BAs have to write the requirements even for that AI to function. So BAs have to work with developers and testers to get that AI related feature go live. And we need QAs, because not all tasks can be automated. So we need quality analysts also. AI can never replace QA job. And we do have even project managers and product manager roles or delivery manager roles. I don't think those can ever be replaced. AI can't monitor dev teams or test teams on what they are doing on a day-to-day basis. So I think AI can only automate few of the repeated work,
Yeah,
but not the entire IT cannot be replaced by an AI.
correct. You have been working in IT industry from last 13 plus years. So what are you going to see in the next coming years? How is the industry going to shape up? Or how positive, or how do you look at the IT industry in the next coming years?
I think we kept evolving.
Yes.
So there is no end to IT industry. We kept evolving, and IT is now everywhere. Previously, those are the days where medical fields or medical professionals or any electronic related engineers or mechanical engineers, they never touched IT because those wings were separate. Now all the wings are integrated with IT software. So even for a civil engineer to do his daily tasks, those are all automated in a software. And then obviously even a civil engineer or a medical practitioner, anyone, I think they need software to even do their tasks. All the robot operations are being done robotic. I think that algorithm again comes from IT, right? So it keeps evolving, and we have to evolve and learn as per the new requirements that are coming into the system.
Yeah, I feel actually it's my personal take. So in our personal lives also, without IT industry, like the mobile apps which we are using, we can't really survive. And the very nature of IT industry, I feel, is like it has to transform things. Okay, it has to change the ways of living or we are working. So currently with the AI revolution, I think IT is at its very peak. Okay, many businesses, they want to integrate AI, artificial intelligence, in their existing systems. So I am very positive about IT industry, and there are going to be many projects, and there's going to be a lot of human resources required with a very good skills. So that's what I look forward to.
Yeah, and mindful AI is very important. So we are and there are some industries that are even failing because for the just sake of keeping AI, we should not put AI into the system. It has to be very mindful, like whatever we are generating out of it, I think it has to have a value, and there should be a revenue generation out of it. If it doesn't have any value, just putting AI just because our competitors have it, I think that is not the right thing. Yeah.
Thanks, Naimisha, for your insights. Do you have any questions for me? How do you like our institute, and are we doing good job? Any suggestions for us? Any advices?
I think you guys are doing great. I didn't even know something like this can exist, and I think this can be a very good platform for non-IT people, because if I ended up as a mechanical engineer, I would have definitely thought about coming to IT at some point, and obviously institutions like these are my go-to to get this done. And what I would suggest all the non-IT folks is understand what you are doing on your day-to-day apps. For example, you open a WhatsApp, see what features are coming in, like we have Meta AI, and how the moment a Meta AI came, how some of the buttons are shifting just because they have to fit in the UI properly. There are some of the icons that went inside the breadcrumb. So see, understand what changes are happening. If you're, for example, if you're using Amazon, what kind of changes are happening, how they are suggesting AI into our daily systems. Keep understanding them and try to write your own better requirement out of it, and this can help you crack any interview, and even not just interview, I think it can also help you succeed your job.
Oh, that's a wonderful advice. I think Naimisha is asking us to not only learn in the classroom, but also in our day-to-day, we use so many applications. So study those applications, analyze them, and you will have your own requirements.
Yeah, what features came in newly, and what were the old features? What are the differences between old features and the new features, and how did it really help you? Because at the end of the day, like, that is what customer wants, right? So if understanding the customer journey starts from there.
In the future, if SIT requires any help from you in the product management or product owner, so would you really help us?
Yeah, I would love to shape many candidates in future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So with this, I want to open the forum, and if anyone is interested, you can ask questions to Naimisha, and regarding your business analyst journey, how you are switching from non-IT to IT. If you have any questions, you can ask. She can give them mic, so you can ask in the mic.
Hey, hi.
Did you face any challenges when you were 30 years career in business analyst?
I face many challenges, not one. Even today, I face.
What was the toughest, if you want to give us?
The toughest challenge that I get is we work on few requirements which doesn't really go into the prod most of the time, because we again change the requirements, and developers and testers, we already finish the work. We keep it in ready to go live state, but they never make it to the production because of the changing leadership decisions, or maybe or initially by the time we finish the development, the market is already ahead that we are we are at a backstage of that particular product, so we have to make sure that we have to add few more features or enhancements to the existing feature, and then make sure we are ahead of our competitors. So that is the toughest challenge, that by the moment we finish our task and we are ready to go live, there is already something already in the market.
Ramesh, to be honest, if you don't have challenges in your job, that means you are working in an outdated environment. So only if you have some challenges, then that means you're something there is ahead to learn for you.
The toughest job when I was a business analyst is keeping hold of requirements. So I used to have product managers where they used to guide me like, hey, these are the requirements. Let's get them into the sprint board. So the moment we start the sprint, that is when the same requirement keeps changing. At that point of time, the discussions happen. I think the only way to overcome is groom your or refine your requirements much ahead, and make sure an end-to-end demo is given on the same requirement, even for the end users, so that any changes are there, they give us much ahead rather than in between the sprint. I think that was the toughest that I always used to face when I was a BA.
Anyone wants to ask related to career, since you are guys are in non-IT industry, you want to take any suggestions from Naimisha how you can switch, and any kind of such kind of questions?
So you can, if you are working on a particular product, for example, you are working on a customer service of a particular product, you can always convert that into your real time experience.
Yes.
Because you already worked on that product, you know how it works. All you have not done is you haven't developed the features of it.
Yes.
So you can always convert that into your experience, and you can be an SME of that.
That's exactly we teach in our trainings as well.
Okay,
The
cool.
projects which we make them write in the resume is nothing but the applications which they are working.
Already worked.
They have to imagine if that application is not there, what are the problem statements that will come into the problem statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi Naimisha. Like most of the people, the trainees when they come, they'll be having one common question. So the first thing they'll be asking, like, what is the prerequisite to become a BA, or like how to understand the business analysis? What is the prerequisite? That is the one thing. After becoming the BA, what is the future career path for them? Like what will most fit into it? Like BA can become a Scrum Master or like project manager, or like he has to go into the product side. So what do you suggest?
So to answer what is prerequisite for a BA, all you need is presence of mind and documentation skills, and you have to understand that particular product for you to become a BA, and make sure you are documenting it well and you're trying to understand what the requirement is. The more you have listening skills, the better BA you become. So that is a prerequisite, I feel. Doesn't matter what background you come from, all you have to have is listen, make a note of it, and then ask questions. So a very good product owner or BA asks more questions until they are happy with that product. So until unless they are not confident about what they are developing, they will not freeze the requirement, and they will not iterate those requirements to developer. So first you have to ask as many questions as possible. What if this happens? What if that happens? And how can we handle this particular use case? So that is what a BA needs. And their career, how they want to see ahead is, BA can become anything. He can be a good QA, he can become a quality analyst, he can become a project manager, he can be a scrum master, because BA is a center for everything. So he will be actually monitoring agile activities and all. Most of the product organizations, they don't have delivery heads, or they don't have scrum masters. They will say, hey, you are already doing a BA role, you already work with developers and testers, you can be a scrum master and delivery head also. So they can become a QA, they can become a product owner, they can become a delivery manager, they can also become a project manager, and they can also be an SME. And sometimes I have seen BAs converting into architects also, solution architects or functional architects. So they have a lot of scope to develop. Because I myself, I started as a BA, but then I have gone into various roles. I became a product owner, I became a delivery manager, I was handling Scrum activities, I am a product manager, and I am a program manager now. So, I mean, I am part of many roles. It is just that, grab the opportunity, whatever comes, wherever you have a scope to learn, just grab that opportunity and go with the flow.
Amazing advice. Yeah. Really good advice.
Yeah. One more thing is like, I feel, in my opinion, I feel like business analysts will be having a work-life balance. At least compared to other jobs, like, people who are into completely coding or testing, they always aspire of becoming, things will be very complex for them. But as BA, I think even though we're from shifting from BA to product owner, the upscaling will be there, as well as I think it will be very easy for a BA to travel to product owner. That is my opinion. What is your suggestion on this, Amish?
BS can easily become product owners. And coming to the work life balance, it doesn't depend on the role where you are into, it depends on how you are managing it. So, for example, if you are doing your homework well, if you are finishing up, if you are finishing off the requirements very well, much ahead, and you are making sure you are talking to developers and testers and getting sure of the estimates, and you are having your plan ready, I think you don't have to work extra hours. As long as you are clear with what the requirements are and you can easily explain that to others, to a layman, I think then your job is done there. And work life balance mostly depends on the projects you are allocated in. And as long as you are communicating them that, hey, these are my working hours, let's talk in these hours and these are my fixed timings and all, as long as you're setting your expectations to the other person, whoever it is, leadership also, people accept that, okay, these are their working hours, well, let's only make them work on these hours, right? So I think work life balance can be achieved very easily in that way, and doesn't matter with the role. And of course, BS can easily get transformed into product owners and product managers in future, but you have to be an SME in that area.
Yeah.
Sure. Thanks, Amisha. Thank you.
Hi Naimisha, this is Anusha. Actually, I just joined in SIT just 1 week back. I was just thinking, my profile is utilities profile. Is it okay for me to shift my career, because I know all the things in utilities, but there is no customer direct interaction. There won't be there. So, is it okay for me to transfer my career from that field to this field?
Okay, so even not all professionals need to interact with customers. Some of the products are not customer facing products. So I mean, it doesn't matter what background you are from, as long as you are understanding what other person explains, and as long as you can make others understand what you want, you can be a BA. Yeah.
Is also mandatory for a BA?
See, all the what I believe in is uh, uh, we have CBAP and all. Okay, we have also other trainings for the BAs and product managers and product owners. More than the training, what I feel is your everyday understanding of your role is more important. What are your getaways from your everyday? Like what applications you use on your phone, or what features you use on your desktop, and what you can learn from those is more important. And don't focus on these certifications.
Yeah.
Focus on your ability to learn and grasp on that particular role. That's all. You should understand your roles and responsibilities well, and you have to have that commitment and attitude to perform. So sometimes we also look at people. For example, when I am interviewing people, I look at their attitude more than their experience. So even if he is a fresher, I know clearly that he doesn't have any experience, but he is telling he got little experience, but I can see that he has potential to work. If he is given a little training, he will put his, heart and soul in it. If I know that, then that's it. That person can crack the interview.
Actually, outside, so many people are saying that recession is going to be happen. Is it a good time to shift our jobs at this time?
So recession is finishing up. I'm also hearing that by this December, I think recession will be done and new jobs will be there in the market. So you will only shift the job after you get a job, right? Not that completely you're even if there is no job, you can again always go back to your maybe customer service job or something else, right? It is not that you will be jobless. There's nothing wrong in trying a new shift within IT, because there are, even if IT folks, people are transforming into IT, more folks will also be transforming into customer service support, and again they will transform into IT, and I think it is vice versa, and recession is only temporary. I think I'm already hearing that I think new days are coming soon.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi Naimisha, this is Habib. You have pretty much decent experience, which is 13 years into product management and all. So I just wanted to understand here, when you interview the candidates, how do you gauge the candidate, whether the candidate is coming through a particular industry experience or not?
So I gauge the candidate based on their honesty. Okay, if they're honestly telling me, hey, I learned this, I can really work well on this, you give me tasks on this, these are the areas I don't know, but I would be willing to learn. That is what I look for. So, not even though I am 13 plus years of experience, I am not a very good product manager that I can, badge myself into. There are still many things that I can learn. For example, I can't do data modeling myself, whereas, there are many product managers who are already pro at it. That is something that I have to still learn. So, I think learning is always a continuous process, and no matter how many years of experience you have, there is still something that I will, when compared to others, I will still have something that I have to, learn. um, Coming to how I am gauging, I think honesty is something that I look for, and always if you are willing to show that you are willing to learn, okay, you don't know certain tasks, that is okay, but you can, if you can tell them that you can learn, and then, with a little guidance you will work independently, I think that is all I look for.
Okay, fine. When it comes to my experience, I have been into the recruitment industry for almost 16 years, and it's almost a part of interacting with the clients, interacting with the candidates and all. Like once a position releases from the client, we get almost, for one BA position, we used to get almost for 100 to 150 candidates for one spot. So out of those 150 candidates, it was it used to be a very tough job for us to identify a real gem candidate who can be a good suitable for the client's role. So in that scenario, clients are very much smart than us. They tend to know who they are talking to, and whether the candidate is having a real time experience or not. So we as a candidate coming from non-IT to IT job, we might also face such kind of challenges. So how to overcome those kind of challenges?
Okay, understand the role's job description well. For that, look for the keywords, what the client is asking. For example, if a client is asking for a BA role, I am sure they might be looking for a technical business analyst, or they might be looking for functional business analyst, or they might be looking for some BA with designing skills where they need UI and UX, right? The moment you hear some of these words like UI and UX, look for what are those latest tools we have on UI UX. We have Figma, we have Balsamic, we have all those, we have Sketch and all those. Look for those keywords on the profile, and when you are talking to the candidate, ask what they have done using those tools. So when they talk, we will be able to judge whether they are genuine or not. Some people put those tools on the profile, but they might have never used it. So we will only get to understand when we actually ask them what they have done on their day-to-day role and how they have used that tool. For example, if someone tells that I have used Sketch, I would ask which configuration laptop are you using. If they are saying any, Windows, I would say that I will clearly know they have never used Sketch, because that doesn't work on Windows, it only works on Mac, right? So look for what is needed on those tools and then ask those related questions. Yeah, thank you.
That's it. No more questions. Yeah. Probably Aslam wanted to have a what is that? Okay, rapid fire. Yeah, you can come here and ask. Yeah, please.
Like till now, everyone know about professional life, how we are like always dealing with the professional side. Like working with her was like having very good experience actually. Being a delivery manager and product manager, she has handled excellent things. Always discussing the regarding the meetings and all. So we know very less about your personal life actually. So simple, just few questions. Okay. What is an idea that you strongly believe in?
Prioritization is something that I strongly believe in.
Okay. An idea that changed your life?
Idea that changed my life. I get idea every day. Every 1 year I think I get an idea, and then that is always changing my life.
Okay.
I can't name one idea.
Okay, one unique idea that you feel that this has really great impact on your career or like life or anything.
Okay, one idea that I can quote is in one of my previous organizations. I have shifted my role into design manager. Okay, not just product and BA. I thought I would get into a design role because I wanted to understand end-to-end user design. So that actually changed on my perception on how I am looking at requirements versus when it comes to the UI on design. Yeah.
So, what would you do differently if nobody would judge you?
What I would do differently when nobody. I think there's always constant some or the other person who would be judging us subconsciously. If no one would be judging me, I would retire from my current job.
And plan for something new.
I would plan for my retirement.
Retirement you'll plan.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is one of your favorite topics of conversation? Like on which topic you would like to discuss more, or like what is the favorite topic of conversation?
My favorite topic for conversation would be revenue generation.
Revenue generation.
So what are the other ways, how we can grow our revenue, or it could be our individual revenue, or it could be any product revenue. That would be my favorite topic.
Naimisha, we call our sales team as revenue generators.
Is it okay? Yeah, of course they are.
So if you could only eat one thing forever, what would you choose?
Fruits.
Fruits. Anyway, sir, let me tell you. So Naimisha, like when she comes to office, she has one what we say for breakfast and lunch and tiffin box. Even my kids eat more than that. She is having a so little box actually, very little.
I give that perception to others, but I actually eat a lot at home and come.
Okay. Okay. If you could road trip anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Europe.
Europe. You already went.
Yeah, but that's still my favorite. There are many places that I haven't covered.
Haven't covered. Okay, fine.
Yeah, she went to Europe but not to Europe.
Okay. If you were invisible for a day, what would you do?
I would sleep because that is something that I need. Always I'm sleep deprived.
So anyways, you can sleep. No need to be invisible for that.
No, but there's always something or the other that keeps popping up that needs our attention. We can't sleep forever, right?
Okay, understood. Fine. So we'll have an rather than. For example, what would you like to prefer? Public recognition or personal incentive?
Personal incentive.
Quick decisions or thorough research?
Quick decisions.
One large project or multiple small projects?
Multiple small projects.
Instant feedback or schedule reviews?
Instant feedback.
Tried and true methods or experiment with new idea?
What is your first one?
Tried and true methods.
Okay.
It is already proven. Or you would like to go with experiment with new ideas?
Experiment with new ideas.
Would you prefer to travel 100 years into the future or in the past?
In the past.
Any specific reason?
No, there are many things I want to undo, so I can go to past and I can undo few of my decisions.
Okay, got it. What is the strangest food that you have ever tasted?
Strangest food I have ever tasted is like in Europe only I have tasted. I forgot what is its name, but it was served with those within pearl there will be something, right?
Oysters.
Oysters.
Yeah.
I was served with that.
Okay.
That is very weird.
Okay. So what is the best, worst or funniest
Paya,
job?
I think that is Paya.
Paya, okay.
Yeah.
What is the best, worst or funniest job you have ever had?
Best job I ever had is my ex with my ex organization, and that is also my funniest, and worst I never had anything.
Anything. Okay,
Yeah.
till now all good. Okay, fine. How would you like to be remembered?
I would like to be remembered as a very good leader.
What is one of the greatest motivation in your life?
I want to set an example for my daughter. That would be my first motivation.
What is the best advice you have ever received?
Best advice I have ever received is always have presence of mind.
What is something that you always wanted to learn?
I always want to learn on so my learning curve has been changing according to the industry trends. Now I want to really learn on data scientists role and data engineers on what they are doing and how they are coming up to the algorithms and the data modeling. That is something that I want to learn. And apart from work, I also want to try my hands on violin.
So if you could give one piece of advice to a large group of people, what would it be?
Always experiment and take that risk in your career. So only that will pay off. If you are at your comfort zone, that will never pay you off. Good results.
So last but not least, opinion on us, on our SIT, like what did you feel and how things went?
I am really amazed at the work that you guys are doing, and I have heard the number of placements that you are giving. I think that is you are shaping someone's career, and even if you are giving a charity, people will not remember. But if you are making sure that others get their job, that is something that will always bless everyone. Because I still remember who is my first HR and who is my first team lead and all, and I am still thankful for them. So I think getting a job, helping them get a job, dream job is more important than doing any charity. Very proud of you guys.
Thank you. Thanks, Ramsey. Thanks. It was really a wonderful talk with you. We really had a very good time actually.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just from SIT we have a small token of gift. So please accept
Oh,
it.
thank you so much. Women always love gifts.
That's what we felt that for roses we bought roses.
They are very sweet. So how many people are training here?
Trainings actually we had a training team is there. So one guy is in Bangalore and around 5-6 members are training. So
Cool.
6 members will be training for the BA. So we'll be having morning and evening shifts will be there. So that's what
But that is true. Whatever I spoke here, it is all true. BAs can be Q. I also once led a QA team also, being a BA. So whatever I'm telling, I think it's all true, and it is all possible. Because I'm a mechanical engineer, and I never thought I can be be into IT industry. But somehow I think my luck favored. They gave me a chance as just a very small BA role, and then eventually I think we just had to grab the opportunities and prove ourselves. Make sure you're conveying on what you're doing. And there are some folks who do their job, but they don't really portray what they are doing. They'll be a very silent listener, and they'll just keep aside, and they will not portray what they're doing. It is as much as important to even portray what you're doing. You do your good work and also portray it well to your senior management, and also that they will focus and they will make sure you're getting enough benefits. All
Thanks.
right.
Thank you.
Enough,
Santosh,
yeah.
please.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Most of your suggestions we already gave to our students, and you are echoing with us. So I really thank you. Most of the previous podcasts we have done, they were not really syncing with us, but yours were almost 100% syncing with what we're trying to do. Probably we'll invite you more number of times over here. Thanks for accepting us. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks everyone. Thanks for being patient with us.
It's our pleasure.